I would say before we really became intensely involved in working on transitions, there were probably two different views of the homeless in the community. One, and the best one, was from the faith-based community, the service providers that really understood the dynamics of the homeless and how important it was to help them and assist them. The other, maybe from a broader community activity, quite candidly, the homeless on Main Street were viewed as a big community issue and a big community problem.
We didn't have a solution. We recognized that there needed to be a solution, but there wasn't a particular vision that the community had gathered around and said, yeah, this will work. We need to move forward with this. We were really starting below ground zero. We were starting with a negative perception of homelessness in the community.
I think what the city did, it addressed the homelessness problem at the same time of addressing bringing back Main Street. It would have been a tragedy to bring back Main Street and to just put the homelessness somewhere else for someone else to deal with. And so the city of Columbia, the business community, dealt with both of those at the same time. And that was the right way to do it.
Homelessness has been a problem in Columbia for as long as I've worked here in Columbia. Part of the problem was being able to engage with the homeless, and one of the goals of transitions was to create an environment that was inviting to bring the homeless in, and then to be able to foster the environment where we could work with individual homeless men and women to be able to get back onto their feet.
What really intrigued me was the fact that Transitions offered a different kind of program that other homeless shelters didn't offer. What they saw is a need to transform and transition people from dependence to independence. And that just really grasped me. I felt like the other homeless shelters that were in the community had been shelters that provided a Band-Aid. They gave them an overnight place to stay and maybe a meal. But from there, that was it. And I felt like the vision that these individuals had for a homeless shelter was different.
The idea was not just to create a center for the homeless to get a shower and have a meal and have a bed to sleep in, but literally to evaluate their needs and to help them transition from a life of homelessness to a life of productivity, and thus the name Transitions. So the depth and breadth of the services of Transitions is significantly broader than most that I am aware of. And I think you can credit in great measure that depth and breadth of the services with the success of the organization.
Finding the right location was a really big hurdle. Once the site was identified, I think getting the business community and the religious community behind fundraising was not that hard once they developed an achievable plan. The right group finally got behind it and made it happen.
The mere fact that it was holistic, it wasn't just creating a temporary move for housing or homelessness, it embodied the entire person. I think we treat our homelessness here as human beings. We handle it in a very respectful way, thus putting the emphasis on not just providing a bed for the night, but creating the self-sufficiency.
So many things that Transitions is central to in our community now to make sure that the homeless population is cared for in a compassionate and a community-giving way. We are accomplishing that, and that's what we set out to do.
Transitions is as relevant as it was a decade ago. There are people who need help, and Transitions has a unique model to engage with people who may not be willing to seek out help on their own, but who, when they enter into the transition environment, are willing to look for ways to bring stability back into their life. As a practical matter, it also has helped the business community in downtown Columbia. And so I believe that for all the right reasons, doing good is also good business for the community as well.
When I think about the 10 years that Transitions has been in operation, the biggest success story is in the statistics. Over 3,000 people now are living independently who were once dependent. That story alone speaks volumes.
It fits. It looks like any other large institutional facility on Main Street. People are not lined up outside. It's helped secure the conversation is this is going to make the community better.
The face of homelessness is not really what we think it is. We have a lot of folks that are just one paycheck from homelessness, going through a pandemic. it's important more now than ever.
Every member of the founding board of Transitions would love to see Transitions run out of clients and be able to say that homelessness is no longer an issue in Columbia, but we know that won't be the case. Every year there's something unexpected, whether it's a storm or whether it's an economic downturn or whether it's a virus that will cause people to be disrupted and cause people to lose the stability in their life. And my hope is that Transitions will continue to play the same role that we have for the last 10 years, where we are working to bring people out of homelessness into some stable environment where they can take care of themselves, take care of their family, and contribute back to the community.
My hope would be that it would never lose its core mission of transforming lives. It is a tremendous organization and one that is very worthy of both financial and personal support.
If we can change a life, then the big stuff will take care of itself. And I think that's what we're here for. We change lives.
Hello, my name is Charlene Glidden, and I have the honor and pleasure of serving as the board chair for Transitions. I've been involved with this organization now for several years, serving on the board after moving to Columbia, South Carolina. And what drew me into this mission wasn't just that we provide a safe place or we provide food. What really I think is different about Transitions is we are helping people break the cycle of poverty and homelessness in their lives, and helping them find their way to success where they have a job, they have a home, they've dealt with legal issues, they've been coached and counseled on how to live their life and been supported. And Transitions doesn't just end when they find a home. It's a place that they come back to and have a family and are connected. I can't think of another homeless center that provides these kind of services in our community. The other thing that has really drawn me has been looking at what the founders did. You heard today from some amazing people that were here 10 years ago. And while I wasn't here 10 years ago, what I hear and what I know is we never thought it would be what it is today. And I now think about that's only happened because of all of you, because of the community and the village that it takes. But for us to be here in 10 years and doubling and doing even more than we're doing with the prayer and the hope to eradicate homelessness in the Midlands, it's going to take even more. Transitions is going to be here through the pandemic. Transitions is going to be here to care for its clients, protect our communities, provide a safe place, and actually change the trajectory of people's lives. But we can't do it alone. And we can't do it at the current rate that we are. Everything's more expensive. The world is different post-pandemic. So here's our call to action. If you believe in what we're doing and you see the difference that we're making, and we could give you the stats and the numbers all day long to prove to you the impact that we're having. But at the end of the day, we can do more. We can protect more people in aging. We can take on more people, provide different services, but that comes down to all of us here. So please consider not only how you can continue what you've been giving, but that you can give more. Because in 10 years, we want to be here talking about how homelessness has even reduced in the Midlands and how we've really, truly changed people's lives. Thank you.